Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the Machine 2, yet another Simulacrum Synthesizer deck featuring plenty of artifacts and ways of making copies. This time around, we're trying out one of the best sharks ever printed in MTG, alongside a host of artifacts. The goal is to get a synthesizer in play, but this time we have other men as well that can get in for hits. Our shark will make token incubators every time we play out a non-creature card, which is a large chunk of the deck. Welcome, my friends, to the Machine. We've got the full set of 3 steps ahead. It's a counter as well as card draw, and it can be used to make a token copy of any creature or artifact we control. With enough mana, we can use all 3 modes. Negate is our insurance against any artifact destruction cards the opponent might try to leverage against us. We're fine with them using 1-to-1 removals, but if they aim something that wipes our board, we'll be prepared. Chrome host Seedshark is an enabler. He'll make an incubator token with every non-creature we play out. This helps to fuel up our robot overlords, as well as making more artifact men that we can use to take down the opponent's life total. Plus, this shark can fly. We can get in for damages in the air. The synthesizer has featured in several decks by now, and if you're unfamiliar with it, I would be very surprised. It's a key card here as it will generate us an army of robot overlords. The Worldwalker Helm is a solid card that we couldn't leave out. With it, we can make token copies of any artifact tokens we have and generate a map token as well. That means robot overlords can be copied as well as any artifact that we made a copy of with 3 steps ahead. Relic of Legends is a bit of artifact ramp to help us get 5 mana or more. It isn't legendary and is colorless, so it's easy to get out along with any multiples. Plus, it will trigger the synthesizer if we have one in play already. Thran Spider has been outstanding in the previous version, and we're playing it here too. It'll trigger the synthesizer and give us a power stone to help power out our more expensive artifacts. The Mightstone is a solid card that gives us 2 mana to help play out more artifacts. We can use it as removal for any enemy men that have a toughness of 5 or less, or we can use it to draw a fresh pair of cards. The Steel Angel is a solid creature. It'll trigger the synthesizer and give one of our men one of 3 very strong abilities. This gives our deck legs as we can choose to give one of our robot overlords lifelink if we're getting low. It can be a big difference maker in close games. Chimil is another excellent artifact that essentially gives us a free draw at the end of the turn. If we don't draw, then we get something in play at no cost. Plus, this makes it so our cards cannot be countered by the opponent. At that point, they are doomed. Combat Thresher is another artifact man we brought on. When he enters play, he draws us a card. Also, as if I needed to say, he triggers the synthesizer. With a portal in play, we can bring this guy back for the added card draw. The portal is here too. It's a powerful card that can get us back our fallen men, or we can use whatever the opponent has in their grave. It makes the enemy sacrifice 3 men when it enters play, crippling their ability to block our robot overlords. GG's, bro. For lands, we're using 3 Restless Anchorage, the Azorius man land. Note that it makes a map token when it attacks, further helping out our artifact cause and more pump for our robot overlords. 3 Meticulous Archive, the Azorius Surveil land. 2 the Surgical Bay, the land we can sacrifice to draw a card. 6 Islands. 2 Hidden Cataract, the land we can sacrifice to discover 4, and 8 Plains. Playing the deck is really pretty simple. The main focus is generating an army, and we have both the synthesizer and the shark that can help do that. Our other cards are here to help get them out, or to improve our board with synthesizer tokens or incubator tokens. Protect what we have with Negate, and 3 steps ahead. We are vulnerable in the early game as we have mostly 3 drops and above. We will rule in the mid to late game with power from the synthesizer and our other cards. We have removal as well as life gain, so we'll be strong offensively as well as defensively. Always keep in mind which artifact might be the most advantageous to make a token copy with 3 steps ahead. A second portal out of nowhere could be the backbreaker. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Mordecai. No, wait, it's Mo D. San. Going to the top of the list of terrible names. We're kicking things off with a 3-lander. We're missing our key cards, but we do have 3 additional draws in hand already. This is fine. Keep your pants on. I was thinking they were mono white, but haven't had any plays, but now we see they're Azorius. We'll have to keep in mind they might have counters if they leave mana up. They do leave mana up. Let's try out their counter spell skills with our Thresher. If they counter it, no big loss, but if they don't, then we get a draw. At this point, I would rather have gotten the Relic down. No hitch there. It goes through very smoothly. But then they hit it with a removal. We still get our draw, but we're a man down. They tap out for a Steel Angel. They might be on the same artifact plan we are. They are tapped, so we're clear to play out our mana relic. Choose lifelink, bro. You're gonna want to gain a lot of life, like hundreds of life. But no, they went with vigilance for our non-existent threats. Nice. They left their mana up, so beware the counter. We'll try the Mightstone. We definitely don't want this countered, but last time it looked like they didn't have any. It goes through just fine. We'll draw a pair. The Angel has a long road ahead for it to be able to do us in. We have to toss a card, so we'll let the Helm go. Its impact on the game isn't as great when we don't have a good token to copy. Apparently this decision is a lot tougher this time around. Lifelink, bro. Gain some life. Well, Vigilance is the greatest ability of all time according to them. This turn we can either go with a Spider and an Angel, or we could drop one of our Chimils. I like Chimil since it can help us find our key cards, and it stops their counter magic completely. Chimil gets us a free Mightstone. This time around, we'll use it as removal on their Angel. Oh yeah, check that out. They drop a Smithy. Not bad, but the Synthesizer is so much better. This time out, we'll drop another Thresher. Let's see what we draw. That's our 9th mana. That's completely all right. Let's use a map token. We have a 3 steps ahead on top, that's good. Chimil will put it in our hand. One of our Angels is up next. We'll use the other map token on it. All we need now is to get a Shark or find a Synthesizer. They assimilate our Angel. That's unfortunate, but we knew they'd likely have more ways of dealing with our men, and a glass casket. Our portal has to save the day for us. We'll have a couple of their men to get back at least. We draw a synthesizer, but this is a portal turn. Once we get the portal down, we can focus on building an army worthy of Mordor. Chimil gives us another token copy of Synthesizer. Nice. Thanks, bro. Dropping off a couple of friends at the pool, bro? Don't forget the donut life preservers.
It's so hard playing my deck. I gotta take some time to think about it. Also, constipation sucks.
With our portal trigger, we'll target our Thresher. Card draw is king, no matter how many cards you already have in hand. I'm keen on playing out the shark we just drew. We'll follow up with the synthesizer and get this show on the road. We're gonna stomp some life. That's a pair of lands on top. Not really the ammo we're looking for, so we'll ship them both. Chimil gives us a free synthesizer. This is lining up beautifully. The scry shows us another spider and a land. We'll ship the land. We'll be fine if we don't see another land this game. Oh no, bro. You're playing out a 0-3. I feel for you. Their next play is a removal to take out our token, which is fine. 1-for-1 removals we're not going to worry about. They fire off another removal. That one is fine too. We can easily rebuild what was taken out, but they can only draw so many removals. Hey, look who's back, our Thresher. He'd like another helping of removal, please. And thank you. Also note that he's at full size, so not the 1-1 we played him out as initially. That's all they can handle. GG's, bro. This is Karya Carry. No, wait, it's Card AI. We're battling a robot with robots. We've got a mono blue 3-lander. We've got only a couple plays, but we hope to draw into some action before it gets too late. We do what mortals are afraid to do. Keep. They look to be on Rakdos Pain. Bring it, bro. We get our white mana on our first draw, and it's a Surveil land, so let's go ahead and check out what we got on top. Mana fixing. That's clutch. We'll take it. I had a feeling we were going to Outlaw City. Sure, bro, we'll toss the helm. It's not much use early when we have nothing to copy. We'll get down the Thresher as it will replace itself, and we're not down another card. Plus, they'll likely end up using removal on it. A Tiny Bones, that's awkward. With our first striker and all. The stars align and we draw a synthesizer. Prepare thy shorts, bro, for a staining.
My bones hurt. I just wanted to let you know. My tiny bone hurts.
We have a spider and a helm on top. We want the spider for sure, so if they mill us a card, we'll set up the helm to take the fall. No mill, but removal. Our Thresher checks out for the night. He'll be back. We'll play out the Relic and set up our future turns. The token we get, we can use to block the tiny lad over there. Yeah, we'll block. We don't want them to have the thresher we have in our grave. We'll let the angel go down the hole. It can easily come back if we land our portal. This is the time for the helm. It'll generate a robot overlord, and we can make a copy of it at instant speed. Discard is not going to win the day, but that might be all they have. It's a sad day for the opponent. We'll copy our token and have a pair of men to get in big hits with on our turn. The spider will be our play. With the Power Stone token, our men should be big enough for. Looks like they can't handle the truth. GG's. This is motionless tree. So not an Ent then? What about when the wind blows? We get a double synthesizer 3-lander. Auto keep this stuff, boys. They look to be on gruely surprise, but have no plays through their first 2 turns. That's giving us the time we need to start dropping bombs. Wow, no plays through 3 turns. We do have to be careful that they might be loaded with artifact destruction, so we'll send out the Thresher first. We draw into our 5th mana, so we've got enough for everything we have in hand. Once we play out the Mightstone, we'll have enough for Chimil. They do have artifact removal. That's good to know. We got them to spend it on something that isn't critical. We're 1 mana away from being able to play out a portal if we draw it. But getting too many lands can kill us too, so we'll ship this island. Let's fire off more bait. If they take out the helm, fine. If not, it'll help us by making more tokens. Another land on top. This one we'll keep. We'll want to have plenty of mana to play stuff out and be able to hold up Negate for one of their removals. It's time to get synthesizing. We'll keep the shark, but we're now at 9 mana, so we don't need more lands. The play out a pal. And then they use it to exile our island in our grave. That's a power play if I ever saw one. It might seem backwards, but if we play out the Mightstone now, we can also play out the other synthesizer. We'll be tapped, but we'll have a larger board and be in a better position. Let's go ahead and snipe their pal. No mana men for you. Their shorts explode in response. GG's. This is shuffle your deck. No, wait, it's shuffled the deck. You're forgetting one thing, mate. The shuffler, bro. We've drawn the standard 2-lander this game. We do have a synthesizer as well as a helm and thresher. All we need is a 3rd land. Keep your pants on. Looks like mono white, or more likely, Boras. That's another inspector, but they've played out an Azorius land. They're not on Boras, apparently. Well, this is getting scary. We have not drawn our third land yet. We're getting beat down by a bunch of inspectors. The Inspector Lord arrives, and it suddenly looks like we're on a 2-turn clock. Normally, we'd like to test if they have removal for artifacts, but we don't have time to waste. We need to start getting robot overlords and start setting up blockers. We don't have time to sit back and counter any of their plays. We need action and lands. Let's ship the Negate. Are they playing a precon? Nobody in their right mind should be playing that card. But here we are. We'll finally get our first blocker. We've got a land and a Mightstone on top. It almost doesn't matter how we order these. They make a pile of card draw. I'm impressed and puzzled all at the same time. Slow your roll, bro. That has to be their first mistake of the game. They made one of their small men unblockable. Of course, we'll block their Inspector Lord. We need it gone. We'll throw down the Thresher and get set up with a set of blockers, and we'll draw the island we have on top of our deck. Was that a top deck, or did they already have it? At least they can't use up both clues. We have a piece of removal, the Mightstone. Never give up, never surrender. Let's send our 2 robot overlords. They want to taste man flesh. They have us at 1 life. All they need is another Inspector Lord, and we're done. They get a guy with flying. All they have to do is survive our next turn. They've got 3 blockers to 4 of our big men. We're so close, yet they have their guy with lifelink. But if we go in with everyone, then make a token copy of one of our artifacts, that should do it, right? They do have to block every robot, so going on the offense wipes out their men. Our 1/1 gets through unblocked. That's 2 points right there, which cancels out the 2 they gain from their lifelink guy. So making a copy will do the trick. Synthesizer is so unfair. Play it before they ban it. That's 14 men going in for pain. Forget damages, this is brutality unleashed. We're about to tattoo their face. GG's, bro. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.